In today's video, we'll break apart 5 lies that literally trap millions into this bleeding awful alcohol habit. I'm Kevin O'Hara. I've coached thousands of people to break free from alcohol using logic, not just willpower. I've been free for 12 years, but I drank for over 30 years. That means I fell hook, line and sinker for all the bullshit, right? I need a drink to unwind. Alcohol helps me to overcome my shyness. By the end of this video, I want to show you that not putting this stuff into your gob is the only real rational choice. So let's sweep away all the bullshit and start tackling the first lie. Before we start, for more information about what we do, how we can help you to stop drinking, come to habitsfeed2.com. The link's down in the description. Okay, lie number 1. Quitting alcohol makes you boring, or life without alcohol is boring. Now the claim is, alcohol makes life fun, therefore life without alcohol is boring. It's what's known as a false cause fallacy. And the reality is, alcohol hijacks your brain's pleasure systems and it numbs what you experience. So let's face it, the drunker you get, the easier it is to tolerate otherwise boring situations or boring people. Take the alcohol away, same situations, same people, now you've got boring but with no escape. And that's a big trap. I've seen so many people who give in after just a couple of weeks. They're not giving themselves that chance to make any of the necessary changes. But this is very fixable, right? So what's the solution? Number 1, you've got to reframe your idea of fun as active instead of passive. So you're actively doing something rather than just waiting around to be entertained. Number 2, alcohol only masks the symptoms of boredom. It doesn't cure it. So use boredom as a motivation to get up off your arse and do something different. Number 3, get out there and explore. Explore different activities. Experiment with your life. For me, it's been hiking, trying different foods, trying different restaurants, way more travel, way more vacations, and just looking out for genuine experiences where I'm having fun because I'm there, because I'm doing those things. And number 4, think long term. You know, people get into this and they say, I'm going to do this after a month. A month's not long enough to make any of these changes. Don't forget, a lot of this thinking is embedded, so you have to make those changes happen over time. So as a quick tip, start small. Plan something in the next couple of days. Maybe it's just picking up an old hobby that you used to have, starting something new, meeting up with an old mate for a game of snooker, coffee, whatever it is. Just get out there and do something different. Here's lie number 2. The claim here is that alcohol helps you to relax, to chill, to unwind. So first of all, your body treats alcohol like a poison. So it triggers this physical stress response. Just think about if you're trying to sit there and you're trying to meditate and you've got a car alarm going off in the background. That's what's happening in your body. Second of all, alcohol never solves any problems. It just anesthetizes, dumbs down the symptoms. So it leaves the problem in place along with the stress that goes along with that. And finally, just think about this. 50% of violent crime happens under the influence of alcohol. I'm just saying. So try this. Put yourself into an empty room, just you. Sit on a wooden chair, nothing else in that room, just you, the chair, and the booze of your choice. Think about that. How relaxed do you think you're going to feel in those circumstances? Now, what I'm trying to say here is that context is everything. A nice room, comfy chair, soft music, friendly chat. This is what relaxation is all about. No alcohol required. So, what's the solution? First of all, understand that stress relief doesn't need alcohol, right? The opposite is true. The longer you drink, the more stress that you're going to create for yourself and the more stress relief that you're actually going to need. So stop the flow of alcohol and just see how quickly the flow of stress disappears. Number 2, start dealing with stress as it comes up in the moment in the simplest way possible, right? Deep breathing, short meditations, a stroll around the block. Number 3, and this is the mindset here, think about this. It's much easier to chill and to relax when you're in control of your life instead of constantly trying to deal with problems. You're constantly trying to put out fires that your alcohol habit has created. So I'll give you one tip to keep going with this. My go-to for reducing stress is walking, right? A short walk around the block, a hike in the mountains. So the next time you feel stress, just get up, go outside, have a stroll. It doesn't have to be long. 500,000 steps is usually enough, and you'll feel yourself calming down, right? You don't need the alcohol, just push it out a little bit. Lie number 3, quitting is too hard, too difficult. This is another overgeneralization. The claim here is, don't bother. even trying to quit, because you won't be able to stand it. The symptoms, the cravings, the triggers, it's going to get too much and you're going to fail. So here's a couple of truth angles on this. Changing any habit you've got, any habit that you have for a long time, it's never going to be a walk in the park, right? Never going to be easy, because that's the way that habits function. Most people will have some discomfort, but I've coached enough people to know that the biggest difficulties are going to be up here in your head. Deal with that, and there's no way that you can't succeed. The second thing here is that people expect difficulty based on their own past experience, on what they've experienced before. They've tried to quit, they've tried to moderate before, they fail, their self-confidence and self-belief takes a hit, it lowers their success expectations for the next time. And the reason that they quit in most cases is they don't change their tactics. They try to quit in exactly the same way as they did before, with the same mindsets. The reality is that stopping drinking alcohol is a decision, and staying stopped is a set of skills that anyone can learn and anyone can apply. If I can learn to do these things, then so can you. So let's look at a couple of solutions. Make a comparison. Think about the discomfort that you're going to go through with the cravings and the triggers in the first few weeks. This is short term. It's decreasing discomfort. Right? On the other hand, think about the discomfort if you don't stop. Think about this long term and increasing discomfort, right? And just compare those two things. If you stop now, you're going to go through a little bit of discomfort. If you don't stop now, you're going to go through a lot more discomfort in the long run. Number two, start to reframe stopping alcohol as a decision and staying stopped as a learnable process with trainable skills, right? Skills that you can learn yourself, skills that you can even take from other parts of your life and transfer them over to what you're trying to do now. Number three, break the journey into smaller steps. For instance, just aim to take one craving at a time, one trigger at a time. Focus on that, get rid of that, and then move on. Number four, look for someone who can teach you the steps and the skills to get the results that you want. If you're looking for some guidance from me, we're at habitsv2.com. So a quick tip here is to forget about stopping drinking forever. Commit to one single day, then 2 days, then 3 days, then 4 days, so on and so forth, and just move on like that. Line number four, if you stop drinking alcohol, you're going to lose all your friends. I think this one is a nasty one, right? The claim here is that if you stop drinking, you're going to be isolated and you're going to be on your own. And like I say, I think this is one of the most insidious lies, because we all need other people. There's a couple of truths here that I want to separate out. First of all, not all your drinking mates, all your drinking buddies, they're not all your friends, right? If you only know them through drinking, then they're likely to be the first to go. Second, real mates, they're always going to be there. And third, you without booze, the natural you, the one that's working to better yourself, the one that isn't living this life of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that person's much more attractive for finding friends, building relationships, for seeking out the things that you want in life. So let's look at a couple of solutions here. First of all, recognize that not all your friends are your friends, and that your true friends are always going to be there for you. Number two, new friendships, those real friendships, they're going to take time and energy and commitment in order for you to develop. So you're not going to find mates like these on the next bar stool. Number three, take it easy on yourself. Have patience. Once you get out there and you start doing different things, you'll connect with people on a different mental level. I can't tell you the amount of people that I've met just out walking the dogs, out in the mountains, hiking around, just having a chat with people. And then you see them again and again, and they become your friends. So as a quick tip, don't focus too much on this in the short term. Focus on yourself. Focus on breaking the habit. All of your good friends, they're going to wait around. And when you've sorted out the basics, you're going to be in a much better position, a much better frame of mind to know what you want in any new friends. Line number five is you can't enjoy life sober. Now, the claim here is that all enjoyment is found in alcohol or in some other drug. Therefore, you can't possibly enjoy life without it. How sad is that? If there is 1 ounce of truth in this, of course it's a lie. You know, I think this was the lie that infected my life the most. There's so many fears and lies attached to this one. The fear of never going out again, no more enjoying restaurants, Christmas is ruined, What's the point in going on vacations if you're not going to have any fun? Now, what's playing out here is the fear of missing out on the one hand and the fear of the unknown on the other. And there's the drinker, and he's stuck in the middle. He's frozen to the spot, all these fears. And again, the lie is fed by your own expectations. Why? Because you don't really know what to expect except what you've done before. All your expectations are based on what you've done in the past. So you're looking at your future through, one, the alcohol habit lens, and two, your own past and your own experiences of this. And that view, it magnifies the losses and minimizes all the gains. So what's the solution? The first thing to do is focus forwards instead of back. Change the fear of missing out to the joy of missing out. Number two, step away from that hammer mentality. You know, the saying, when the only tool in your box is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. It's the same thing here. When the only tool in your box is the alcohol, then the only solution is to get drunk. You got a lot of tools at your disposal for making sure that you get what you want and where you want to go. Number three, one of the best tools to begin with is to start each day with something positive. Start as you mean to go on. The first things I do every day, I get up, I feed the dogs, I grab a cup of tea, I sit down with a book for a half an hour, and then I'm out for a walk with the boys. And it always gets me into the right headspace for the day ahead. So let me leave you with a quick tip here. Choose one thing that you're going to do every morning and set yourself up for a positive day. By the way, this also means avoiding negativity as much as possible. So don't be looking at the news. Don't be putting it on podcasts or anything like that. That's going to wind you up. That's going to put problems into your head that you cannot possibly solve. So we've debunked 5 lies. These could be seen as vulnerabilities, but you can lean into them and you can turn them into strengths. They're not weaknesses, they're truths. Quitting doesn't make you boring. You don't need alcohol to relax. It's not going to be too hard to stop drinking alcohol. You won't lose your true friends, and your life is going to thrive if you put the work into it. And that's the key here, doing the work. You need to give it time. You have to think, where do I want to be? Where do I want to be in a year's time or 5 years' time? What kind of person do I want to be? What kind of life do I want to live? It's a good idea to start putting energy into thinking and planning and putting those plans into practice. Be patient. None of this stuff is going to happen overnight. Put up with the discomfort in the early days. All that discomfort is going to ease away very quickly. And bit by bit, you're going to start building the skills. Focus on what is the next brick that I want to put into place. And slowly but surely, you'll see that the life that you want will start coming together. And again, if you're looking for guidance to build any of these tools or any of these skills, we're at habitsv2.com. Once you're willing to see through the lies and see your own truths, that's where the real journey is going to start to begin. Start with the truth. Take that first step now. Onwards and upwards. Take care of yourself.